everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're getting settled in the week and are ready to rock and roll with me with a cup of coffee. Did you guys grab your cup? Fresh pot here. Here we go. Freshly made here at the Colby Rebel Spirit Center. Hey, good morning, Bronny. Can't wait to see you Friday. Good morning, Tracy. Hello, everybody. Oh, nothing is better than a good cup of coffee, right? Okay, so good morning. Hi, Sally. Hello, everybody. Hi, Sherry. Nice to see you. Good morning. So we're going to talk about limiting beliefs today because they really end up impacting our life. And the hardest part about it is sometimes we're not even aware of the limiting beliefs that we're carrying with us because we're so accustomed to them. We're so used to it. It's just kind of become ingrained in what we think and what we feel. Good morning, Jeffrey. Am I going to see you in Orlando? Hi, Denise. Hello, everybody. So, these limiting beliefs, it's from a few things, right? It is from culture, what you grew up with, what you saw, what did the media tell you, what were you taught by family, and what did you see, what kind of behavior did you see. The other thing, too, is in institutions, education. What were the schools teaching you? The other thing, what was marketing and advertising teaching you? And then another part of it is your own experiences. What did they teach you? Good morning, Julie. So all of those different areas can impact our beliefs and the limiting beliefs. So let's talk about what limiting beliefs are, right? Good morning, Linda. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see everybody. The limiting belief really is anything that kind of restricts you from having the fullest potential possible. The fullest, most advantageous outcome. That would be a limiting belief because it's preventing you from having it all, so to speak, right? Good morning, Andy. So we have to kind of be able to look at that and dissect it. We don't want to overthink it, right? Because, my goodness, I could overthink every thought I ever had. And if you're a sensitive, you're naturally going to overthink anyway. So you have to be careful that you don't micromanage your thoughts. Because it would be easy to do, right? Good morning, Georgianne. So what we want to do is say, all right, but do I have a belief system or a thought system that is really preventing me from having maximum success in any particular area? Good morning, Don. Nice to see you. Hi, Linda. So, for instance, let's say you work for a company and you really want to be the CEO, right? But your belief system or thought system is, well, they never hire women for that position. That's a limiting belief. Now, part of it may be reality. You may be right. They may have never hired a woman for that particular position. But that doesn't mean you can't walk in and be the game changer. But if you're already reconciled to the fact that you're not going to have a position like that because they never do it, that's a limiting belief. Yes, you did make it. You did. Good morning, Michelle. Nice to see you, beautiful. Hi, Leela. So it's things like that. Or another limiting belief, right? There's no good men out there. or maybe there's no good women out there. Either way, right? There's no good men out there, so to speak. That's a limiting belief. Right? You're basing it probably on your own experience, personal experience. You've been disappointed, and rather than kind of pulling from the resources of what did you learn, how did you grow, what did it show you wanted in a partner, what did it show you didn't want in a partner, you actually create a limiting belief of, oh, forget this. There's no one good out there. So you will be right. You will absolutely manifest that and be right. So the idea is I want you to kind of look at your day, jot down if you have a thought that kind of jumps out at you, something that you're going to do something. Good morning, Pat. If you're going to do something and you notice a thought that pops in, I want you to write that thought down. Write what that belief down is. Well, I'd have this event, but nobody's going to come to it. Or I'd have a party and no one's going to show up. That's a limiting belief. So write things like that down. And then take a moment to look at the source of it. Try to take it back to when you first had that thought. When can you remember that first thought popping in for you? And what happened at that time? So that you can kind of see, hey, was I taught that? Was it just shown to me? Or was it from my own personal experience? Regardless of what it is, you can release it. You can let those limiting thoughts go so that you can free yourself up for maximum success, right? Because we all want happiness in our lives. I would imagine most of you aren't super happy if your life sucks, right? Nobody wants a sucky life. We really don't. We really want a happy one. But it's completely possible. It's absolutely possible. So it's absolutely, okay, well, I'll see you in Lilydale then, Jeff. That would be fun too. It's absolutely possible for us to have the things we want, but we do have to maneuver around those limiting beliefs. And the hardest part is you can't just say, oh, I'm not going to have that belief anymore. If you've learned it over so many years and you've adopted it and you've exercised it and utilized it, it's very hard to just, wrap it up and throw it in the trash, as some people like to say. You have to really work at it. So you have to become aware of when does those thoughts trickle in? When are they jumping in? And in that moment, then say, that's not the thought I want. If I had an ideal thought, what would it be? And it's retraining your mind, body, and spirit to having a natural response that is different than the one that you've learned or taught yourself. And when we can do this, I'm telling you, you can absolutely change your finances, you can change your career, you can change your relationships, your job, you can change your outlook on life, your outlook on what is possible, your outlook on who you are as a person. And that's the other thing too. I know, I do love that. Good morning, Melinda. Thank you. But it is unbelievable how much our limiting beliefs sabotage our day-to-day life. Think of it all the time. How day to day, think of all the beliefs you have. And as much as you say, oh, I'm going to be open, I'm open, you may not be. And you may realize that you are struggling with your own idealism or your own thought process. So you absolutely can retrain it. Some ways to do that is through meditation. But again, practical exercises are always my favorite. I always believe that when you have it in that moment, that's when you can break it, change it, remold it to something more positive or more open or something that really opens up your vibration, okay? So it definitely, we are creating our own reality, Jeffrey, but not... You're creating your own reality with and without those limiting beliefs, right? Because, you're going to prove yourself right. But why have beliefs that hold you back? But you have to be aware of them. If you're not even aware that you're holding on to them, if you just say, oh, it never works out for me, that is a limiting belief, and you have to acknowledge that you're holding on to that belief system and that it's very important for you to prove yourself right rather than just admitting you're wrong and how do I redo it. So we have to be able to reshape and revamp what we're thinking, what we're feeling, what we're seeing, what we're knowing, so that we can really, really, truly manifest, bring into the physical the things that we do want. And you have to be honest with yourself. If you are having a thought or a feeling or a belief that is holding you back from something, you have to be honest with yourself and say, you know what, I know I'm doing that. It's kind of like if you're going to eat junk food and you want to know why you're putting on a few extra pounds and you keep eating junk food, you have to admit that you're eating the junk food. You have to admit that you're not getting off the couch, right? You have to be able to admit where we are in the situation. Right or wrong, where are you? Where is your starting point? So that you can get to the next point and the next level, and the more and more we do it, because we're ever growing, we're ever expanding, we're meant to evolve as people, as souls. And that's the other thing too, is try not to hold on to what you were or what people have told you you are, right? Because you really have the ability to evolve and to change and to be all that you imagined. So there you go. That is our talk of the day, our coffee with Colby. So it's limiting beliefs, and how can you change those? How can you look at those? How can you be honest with it? And again, I really do think one of the best exercises is when you have a thought or a feeling that pops in, and you know that it's a limiting belief, write it down, look at where it came from, really try to find the source of it, because if you find the source of it, you can then let go of it. It's easier to let go of if you know how it started. And the other thing too is then to think of how would you have wanted to respond? What would have been the optimal thought or feeling you would have liked to have had? Then reimagine that exact same scenario with that different outcome, with that different thought. It's kind of training. You have to train to do it. So I know it may feel silly the first 100 times you do it, but eventually that new thought will become very, very natural, be the first thought that pops in. And so that's how you can start to break them and let them know. So there you go. Other people do NLP, other people neurolinguistics, other people do hypnosis, all of those things. But I really believe like we got to do the work. If you actively brought it in, you have to actively release it. So, you know, whatever works for you, however, whatever method you need. But let's work on letting go of the beliefs that are holding us back, because nothing is meant to hold you back. Source, the universe, spirit, they want you to soar. They want you to excel. They want you to fly. They want you to spread your wings. They certainly do not want to see you holding yourself back. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed. Yes, Jeffrey, thank you. Yes, the Eagles. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed, and please share, like, all that fun stuff. And tonight I have the Spirit Circle here in LA. I am so excited. This Friday I'm in Orange County at Awakenings in Costa Mesa. So I have the flyer up on my Facebook. If anybody is in Orange County and you can share that post, I would really love it. I'm very, very, very excited to head down there. And a couple weeks, I'm going to make it to Florida. I got a couple cities in Florida. And I'm excited. Let's do this. Let's do this. And have a beautiful day, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.